Sir, I was asking you, how do you interpret President Trump's latest warning that the U.S. will strike Iran's nuclear facilities again if necessary?
Good evening. I think that that the nuclear Iranian program issue is that it hasn't been decided, especially with regards to the U.S. and Israel. I think that Iran wanting to do uranium and till the end of the war, and also hiding 8 kilograms of uranium with 60%. This is, it raises concerns in the US and Israel about Iran having a nuclear weapon in the upcoming period, and this pushes toward the war coming back between Iran and Israel, and also the US, and actually it could push those parties to try to dismantle the Iranian government because of Tehran's wanting to the uranium, especially even though that Iran says uh, that they do, but Israel and the US think that their goal is to make a nuclear weapon. So the American President Trump, who was also supported by Netanyahu, to be stricter with Iran, he is pushing him to strike Iran again in the upcoming period. And I think that Netanyahu is the one changing Trump's, views on Iran, and having military scenarios against Iran and Tehran.
Sir, now recent intelligence assessments suggest only one site was destroyed while others remain operational. How does this align with your analysis on the ground?
Actually, up till now, the American statements or the Western ones haven't, confirmed how effective these three American strikes on third in Iran that happened on the 22nd of June. Even Iran is denying these strikes having any effect on these nuclear facilities. Even though there were, lots of files um, and point of views, formal and informal ones, and even in different regions and different countries who are related to this, they haven't all agreed on one thing, and haven't agreed on the effect that these strikes had on nuclear facilities. But Iran says that it can enrich uranium again. So I don't think that these strikes have totally affected Iran's uranium enrichment um, capabilities, and they didn't affect them enough for Iran to stop uranium enrichment internally. And so actually the statements about the effects of this on one nuclear facility haven't been confirmed, because Donald Trump himself has confirmed right after ending the Irani-Israeli war that these three nuclear facilities have been totally destroyed. But later we saw that there have been different statements, and they haven't all agreed on one opinion or one statement of how these strikes affected the three nuclear facilities, or if they just affected only one. And so this going back and forth, this is not in Iran's favor, because it supports different point of views from the US and Israel. They are calling for them to have strikes again against Iran as facilities, and as a country itself, and even against the nuclear facilities.
Sir, how might Iran respond to President Donald Trump's warning that the U.S. would strike again if necessary?
Actually, Iran is currently taking some measurements to get ready for a second round of war, and the people in Iran think that the war will happen again between Iran, Israel, and maybe also the U.S. And lately they have replaced the tanks that have been ruined. So the Irani military, he said that yesterday, and he confirmed them replacing the tanks with the new ones. And Iran is currently um, do having other measurements internally to get ready for the new war. And one of these measurements is the moving hundreds of thousands of the displaced people to other places. And so in the upcoming days we will have some new statements and official statements about those people being about their engagement in the US's favor and in the Israel's favor as well.
Mhm.
And so they are having mass displacement to Afghanistan. And these displacing measurements are actually the biggest in the Middle East currently, if not in the whole world. And so Iran is also doing, a reformation of their military, and their uh, and the statements and the files have said that that Israel they have intervened with their internal affairs, and they are getting ready for a new round of war between Iran and Israel. And also there is a new thing that the statements have showed will show in the upcoming days, which is that Iran is reforming its allies in the Middle East, either in Lebanon or in Yemen. And so there are some articles talking about getting new arms going to Lebanon. And also the Lebanese military know about these new weapons. And also in Yemen there have been new weapons from Iran to Yemen. And so actually Iran is moving on internally and externally to get ready for the new round of the war. And with everything that's going on with Iran wanting to continue the uranium enrichment and continuing its nuclear project, it sees it as something that that it can't let go of. And so this is how Iran is dealing with the people outside. And so there are different opinions saying that there is a potential new country that will come out of this war.
Mr. Atif, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi described the nuclear sites as seriously damaged, but emphasized Iran's resolve to continue enrichment. What implications does this have?
These these statements, these official statements from Iran, actually show how Tehran still wants to keep on with its uranium enrichment, and it sees this as an achievement. And so Iran will not let go of this project under any circumstances, and it sees it as result of lots and lots of years of hard work. And this is according to you officials from Iran. And so it will not let go of it. And also they the U.S. wants to, have it reach zero with the um, uranium enrichment, but Iran said that they will keep on with the enrichment, and they see this as, a national project, and they see it as, as the product of their hard work, and they will not let go of it for the US. And even under everything that's going on, and under the pressure, which shows um, that there will be a new round of the war between Israel, Iran, and the US.
Mhm. So, what are the immediate and long term implications of these strikes for Iran's nuclear program?
These strikes, the Israeli strikes, the latest ones, they actually affected lots of things in Iran. And first of all, in uh, this actually was seen, and it also affected the nuclear weapons, which but actually this was shown to be temporary. And also the US said that they will have the uranium enrichment in a few months, and also they had some material losses in the missiles, and this was actually a bigger effect on Iran's nuclear capabilities. And so, if Iran can keep on with the uranium enrichment in the upcoming month, it will need years. It will need years to bounce back. And it is said that Israel destroyed about 50% of the missiles, and so the uh, the losses, the military losses in Iran, they were actually large when it comes to the missiles, and the missiles that they were keeping. And so Iran may need actually up to years to bounce back from all these losses, even though it may need just months to keep on with the uranium enrichment. But there is a point that I want to talk about, that I want to tackle. The Iranian government, during the war, it's been shown that um, there were some surveillance from even the people that were against the government. They actually supported the government in Tehran and supported them in their war against Israel, and this was not expected. And even Israel and the US did not expect this scenario.
Mhm.
They expected that there will be some kind of a coup in the first days of war, but
Mm.
actually they were proven wrong.
Yes, I get your point. Well, that was Mr. Ali Atif, researcher at the Egyptian Center for Strategic Studies. Thank you so much for your valuable insights.